Pray for it too, inshallah.
Yeah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد ألف ألف صلاة وألف ألف سلام عليك يا رسول الله ألف ألف صلاة وألف ألف سلام عليك يا حبيب الله ألف ألف صلاة وألف ألف سلام عليك يا من وحي الله. We're doing inshallah from the Flashes collection, page 228, with a question. Respect, social position, public attention are in regard to functions and particular to those who perform them when they are performing them. But you have no function, so you may not accept the people's respect as though you did have one. Respect, social position, esteem and public attention should be given to people that have very high rankings. We never put you to this position, so you don't deserve this ranking, you don't deserve respect, you don't deserve anything. And this is the question they're asking, and how's he going to answer that, right? Bismillah. Answer is, if mankind consisted only of a physical body and he was going to live in this world forever, and if the door of the grave was closed and death had been killed, then his duties and functions would have been limited to those of the army and the government officials. So if you've been allocated a job as a government official and it was only on a physical basis, you have respect, a position, a high status or a public attention, that will last only until you get into the grave. If you weren't made of just a physical body, if you were just made of a physical body, that you lived only in this world and you're going to live in this world forever, and if the door of the grave was closed and death is killed, in other words there is no death, then your duties, your functions and that, right, may have some importance, and what you say would have had some meaning. But since man does not consist only of body, and his heart and his tongue and his mind and his brain cannot be plucked out to feed his body, they cannot be annihilated, they too have to be administered. If the human being is made up of only a physical body, I understand. But if the human being is made up of mind, imagination and spiritual existence and emotions and that, you have to be able to fulfill all these things of that human being. They have to all be administered. I want to explain a story one of the big abis in Turkey was explaining. And there's a group of people called the Sophists. Sophists in Turkish, their name is, are people who believe in nothing at all. They don't just not believe in a God, they don't believe that they even exist. Everything is imaginary, nothing exists, I don't exist, you don't exist, the universe doesn't exist, no one ever existed, there's no such thing as time, space, nothing exists, it's just imagination. Anyway, so one of the young kids comes to this big Abi, to the big brother, and he says, "Brother, please help me. There's a guy, but he thinks he's an atheist because he's an atheist, and I just can't talk to him. I need somebody with good knowledge to explain to him." So the brother says, "Of course, by all means, I'd love to talk to him. Where is he?" He goes, "He's going to meet us at tea houses. In Turkey, they have tea houses outside, like in a garden." So they sat together in the garden, and the guy starts. He's thinking the guy's an atheist, right? He doesn't know he's a sophist, meaning he believes in nothing. How can you prove something to somebody who believes in nothing at all? Anyway, the guy looks at the tree, so he says, whatever he sees around him, he's going to explain God's existence through the signs that exist. He says, "MashaAllah, brother, look at this tree." Right? He goes, "Look at this tree, how wonderfully and how beautifully it's been made. Look at the artists, look at the, the creator's work here." And the guy goes, "What tree?" Right. He goes, "There's no tree." He goes, "There's no tree, that's just in your imagination." Right? He goes, he goes, this is beyond just a normal explanation. He goes, what tree? He goes, there's no tree there. So the guy's explaining himself. He goes, I saw his sunglasses. He goes, very expensive sunglasses. It was on the table. So I grabbed it, but he goes, I did it really connivingly. I was making it that I didn't want him to see that I was taking it, but of course I wanted him to see it. And so I grabbed the glasses and I put it in my pocket. And the guy went, hey, give me my glasses back. And the Risale Nur student goes, what glasses? He goes, the glasses that you just put in your pocket. He goes, what pocket? What glasses? He goes, there's no glasses, it's just in your imagination. You never had glasses there in the first place.
It doesn't exist.
He goes, put my glasses back. He got really angry, right? Because he's starting to take it serious because you're taking something off him now. He goes, put my glasses back on the table. And the Risale Nur student goes, put the tree back first and I'll put your sunglasses back. You get it?
That's a good one. That's a good one. That taxi one was good too. Yeah. One of my, I don't know if everyone's heard this one, but one of my, let's say uncles or brother-in-laws or something like that, he puts one of these guys in the taxi and he's driving the taxi and he starts explaining. He goes, you want to know the purpose of the world, the purpose of the universe, and the purpose of the human being, why it's created? And the guy goes, mate, nothing exists, you know. So he starts exactly the same situation. He starts trying to explain to him, no, what do you mean? Of course it exists. You know, you can logically explain this to you, blah blah blah. And he's going, nah, mate, that doesn't exist. That doesn't exist. This doesn't exist. You explain it. You probably know it better than me.
You know, he gets to the point where our brother starts to get a little bit angry. He says, you know what? He goes, huh?
The money.
Yeah. He gets $100 note and he gives it to the taxi driver and say the fee is $20. So he grabs the money, puts it in his pocket, and the guy's waiting for his change, right? And the guy goes, mate, where's my change? He goes, what change? He goes, that $100 bill I gave you. He goes, you never gave me that $100 bill. That's the imagination. He goes, mate, you can be in big trouble. He goes, you know what? He goes, I'm going to take you outside. I'm going to punch your head in, right? He goes, but I'll take you to court, I'll do this and do that. He goes, why would you? He goes, I never existed. I never punched you. None of this ever existed. I never took your money. You never came in. He goes, you never came in my taxi. No one knows nothing about this situation. And the guy understood that. He realized how stupid he was being.
Yeah, that's true.
Makes sense.
So true.
The door of the grave does not close. Since the door of the grave does not close, look, from the beginning of Adam a.s. until now, people are just constantly going inside this grave. The door of the grave does not close. And since anxiety for the future beyond the grave is the most important question facing everyone, every human being asks themselves, what is going to happen to me once I die? Right? And this is the most important question facing humanity. Then, if that is the case, the duties based on the respect and obedience of the nation are not restricted to social, political, or military duties looking to its worldly life. When a human being performs a duty in comparison to a believer and a non-believer, right? Ustad explains, a man is working on his farm, on his orchards. He's growing his crops, but he's growing it for the sake of Allah. He's sincere in pleasing his Creator. Now, he comes to an age where normally he would retire. But the man, he's thinking, I'm serving my community, I'm serving my people, I am doing a duty for the greater good of all humanity by being existent and doing this important job. This is my duty. In the big scheme of things, I might be doing something small, but I'm part of a, that small cog, moves the other cog and the other cog and the other cog, and this machine is revolving, and I am part of this system, and I'm doing it to please Allah. So his service never finishes. He wants to serve people because he loves humanity, and he does it to please his Creator, right? Whereas a non-believer or somebody who is just in the service, he's in the service of, even whether it is for his nation, for social reasons, for political reasons, for military reasons, he's there for his own purposes. When his time comes, he says, yep, I've got enough money to retire now, I'll go and do this for 5-6 years, and I'll do this and I'll do that. And there's no consideration. So the service itself, right? It's the same act being done.